Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's new makeup releases. So we are going to chat about the new makeup that's been released, announced and sneak peeked, and I am going to let you know how I feel about these things. And honestly, some of these things are pitiful. And it is okay if we disagree, friends do not always agree about everything, but please keep it kind and respectful down in the comments. I'm very excited because this video is sponsored by Thrive Market. Thrive Market is a member-based online grocery store that promises you savings on every order. They have so many good healthy options to different snacks and groceries, and if you didn't know, I am on a little bit of a health journey. I'm trying to eat a little better in 2024, and if you're like me, you'll love Thrive Market because they have so many different healthy options to savory snacks, sweet snacks, drinks, but also all kinds of different groceries and hygiene products. I have my box here next to me and we're gonna do a little bit of an unboxing, a little bit of a healthy snack haul basically. Also, you might know this from before, but me and my husband are on a somewhat vegetarian diet. We're flexitarians and we do try to eat as much vegetarian as possible, and I found it very, very easy to just toggle between different diets on the website so that I can find things that were the right ones for me. And it was also very thrilling to find so many new alternatives to things that they all sounded super good. And with Thrive Market, you will save on each order, and in my order, the one that I did for the box that I'm going to show you, I saved about $26. And that's me saving $26 on unhealthier options, which is like unheard of. And since Thrive Market is an online grocery store, they do ship directly to your house, and there is free shipping over $49. And that $49 of free shipping is if you order non-frozen products, because they do have some frozen products on the website as well. And also, of course, a little bit more tricky to ship. So free shipping for frozen items is $120. Now let me show you the box, because look at this box. Look at this box. So my goal for this was to get a bunch of more healthy snacks that I can have at home in between meals, or maybe as a quick breakfast, or maybe on the go, because I have a tendency of eating healthy when it's available. But it's when it's not available that I tend to slip. So this is the snack bites with tahini, maple, and coconut. I think this looks really nice. This with a cup of coffee in the afternoon, yes please. One of my biggest loves, and one of the things that I really love about the US, is how much you love plantain chips, and they had so many options at this website. So I got the chili lime ones. If you have not tried plantain chips, you need to add that to your first order. Plantain chips are bomb.com. I also really love savory popcorns, and this is the organic popcorn all about the elote. So excited. And this is, of course, movie night snacks. This is the Skinny Dipped Almonds Lemon Bliss, and I love lemon and I love almonds, and this is dipped in yogurt. This will be movie nights. I also love mustard, and this is the Tangy Dijon Mustard Pretzels. I kind of want this now. I love sitting down on the evenings and watching a movie with my husband, and we love a good chocolate, and this is a hazelnut butter and hazelnut crunch milk chocolate. Sounds absolutely amazing. No refined sugar, no cane sugar, no sugar alcohols. There's, oh my god, so many like this. I'm so excited. This will be perfect for summer because I have a tendency of drinking way too little liquids. And this is the Ultima Replenisher Electrolyte Mix, and it is passion fruit. And I love things that have passion fruit scent. So this also is something that you can find at Thrive Market, and these were so much more affordable than in the grocery store. I love rosemary crackers. We sometimes do our own little cheese board. Instead of charcuterie board, since we don't really eat meat, we'll do some cheeses and we'll have some crackers. And our favorite is rosemary crackers. So I know Ricardo will be super excited about this. My husband, Ricardo, if you didn't know. I also am a die-hard banana fan, and this is banana nut oatmeal, and I've eaten this one before, and it is so much more affordable on Thrive Market, and I cannot wait to have this one again. This is truly a luxurious breakfast, and my husband is a big granola fan, and he loves different kinds of nut granolas. So this is a hazelnut and maple granola, and he will love this one. And the last one is right here, and this is something that I saw it on the website and I was like, I want that. That sounds so tasty. And this is a Taika matcha latte. I love a good matcha latte every now and then, and to be able to have this 0 sugar just laying in the fridge waiting for me, cannot wait to like dive into this on an afternoon, or maybe if I'm having a really slow morning and I need like a second second something to get me going. Love having stuff like this at home. You know, those sugary iced coffees you can find in the store. This is such a better alternative to that. So I am super thrilled with my haul. I got so many things that I really love and that I look for on the regular, and I was able to get all of it at Thrive Market. So if you're also intrigued in checking out Thrive Market, you can either click the link down in the description box. It's going to be in the top of the description box, or you can go to thrivemarket/Angelica Nyqvist and you will get 30% off your first order and a free gift worth up to $60. Thank you so much, Thrive Market, for sponsoring this video. I am so excited to dive into all of this, and I might continue snacking on this one. I also wanted to quickly let you know that I'm having a member Zoom this Saturday morning. All the information is going to be in the community tab that you're going to be able to see if you're a member on my channel, tier 2 or tier 3. If you're interested in checking out my membership at any point, it's always down either in the description box, in the membership like little tag on my page, or in the button next to the subscription button. There's a button that says join where you can read up more about it. It is of course absolutely optional to join my membership or not. It's just an extra way to support my channel, to get some extra videos, some emojis that you can use in chat, or to join in on my Zoom meetings. But that info is going to be down below in case you're interested in seeing that. I did not film this look. I never say that. I never say I did not film this look, but honestly, I was just feeling wanting to sit down and play with makeup. I will try and like link as much as possible when I'm using in the pinned comment down below. Some things though are still a secret, so I won't be able to talk about those for quite some time, but as much as possible, I will link down below. I do feel very cute today. I have both my dogs here and they're just like all over the place. I'm not gonna apologize for my pets though, they do live here, so if you hear something sniffing in the background, it's my 2 dogs that are now by my feet. Actually, let me show you what it looks like. I don't know why, but apparently they wanted to be here by my side. But let me scoochy to the side without like totally disrupting the dogs over here, and we can talk about the things, because I feel like some of these things are just, I don't know what's going on. If we're in an alternate universe where like boring things are exciting, I don't understand. I want to quickly mention these again because we do have a release date for these now. These are the new 2 products from Denessa Myrix. Actually, I'll put in the collage here. There's actually 3 new products. She has released her blush balm, which is beautiful, excellent product. She has released that in a pink color, which makes total sense. Did come out with this as a duo in a gift set for Christmas, and now she's releasing it as a single. A lot of brands do that. It makes total sense to me. So that one I think is available already, and we have a release date now for the Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum, which is that liquid that like is a water that turns into a powder. You can use it under makeup, on top of makeup. It's supposed to be like a mattifying, blurring thing. It applies like water and vaporizes to a smooth powder. The other one is more of a skincare product, and it is the Moisturizer Repair Balm. It is a hydrating your skin, can be applied alone or under makeup. I think one of them is like meant for oily skin and one for dry skin. That's how I'm reading it. But the Repair Balm is also meant to be helping with like repairing your skin barrier, which I think is like the buzzwords of 2024. I've seen so many brands talking about that, which makes sense after years of like active ingredients. Now we need to repair our skin. So if you have like sensitive skin, or if you have like damaged your skin barrier, might be a good product for that as well. And the date that we have for these products are like, I think the 18th, right? Let me double check. Yes, the 18th and the 19th. They are available right now. You can check them on the site. So I will leave a link to it down below. These are fairly reasonably priced. They're somewhere between $30 and $40. And I am very intrigued. I will definitely be getting that water tint serum thingamajig. Absolutely, it's already on my wish list. Another thing that's already on my wish list I'm very intrigued to be trying as well is the Lys Beauty Higher Standard Cream Glow Blush Sticks. I was one of the few people that actually did not love their bronzer. I thought the bronzer was too creamy and too pigmented, and something about it, the slanted tip, the bigger stick, that's what she said. All of it just made too much product come off on the skin, which made me over bronze. Like I felt like it was so easy to just go on too much. Like I just feel like it was almost like the Tarte like lipsticks. It's so easy for it to turn into being too much product, which ends up being a little goopy. And it was the same with the Lys. It was so easy to get too much product on the skin and you just accidentally over bronzed. So it wasn't my favorite formula for that because I felt like it was a little bit tricky to work with. So I am a little bit hesitant with the blush sticks because of that, but I will say glowy blushes. Illuminating finish. You had me at illuminating. Are you kidding me? I love when I see like people talk about like, oh, I hate shimmering cheek products. And I'm like, ooh, is there shimmer in here? Sign me up. Let me have all of them. So I will say I'm very intrigued by that. I did get PR from LYS before, but now that I have moved, I have not been able to get in contact with the PR person at LYS, so I don't know if they have my new address or not. Probably not. So I think I will be picking one of these up myself instead. And I'm thinking, because LYS, if I'm not told, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly sure that it is a Black-owned brand. They had a really good shade range that was leaning a little bit more on the darker side. And again, it was very pigmented, so it worked on a lot of skin tones. I'm thinking, since I'm looking at these blushes, all of them are pretty rich. They're pretty, I don't want to say deep, but they're more vibrant, because they look, all of the shades look amazing. Amazing on the two darker tones, but they look very vibrant on the lighter arm. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to get the lightest one. And just, I'm gonna treat this like I treat the Juvia's Place blushes, and just admit that most of the colors are not made for my skin tone, and just not try to make a deeper color work. I'm just gonna buy the lightest color and be happy with that. There is an orange though. This is me like contemplating my life choices. Will I be able to resist the orange? Ooh. Maybe I'll get two. Maybe I'll get the lightest and the orange. But I definitely want to try it because I love an illuminating blush. I love a blush. You can see today I'm actually wearing this one again. Really, really like that one. I don't like a matte cheek. Like, I don't do that. I feel like an illuminated cheek looks so much fresher and plumper, and it just really works for me and my preferences. So a matte product, I will always mix it with a shimmery product. I will always go over with a highlighter. So this sounds great for me. If you are more into the matte blushes though, there is a new product coming from Guerlain, and this is the Terracotta blushes. It is, again, I don't care, 90% ingredients from natural origin. I literally could not care less. Asbestos, lead, uranium, like they're all natural ingredients. Natural does not mean safe, natural does not mean good. I'm just throwing it out there, but it is available now in Europe, and it's coming soon to other countries and stores. Can I just say how refreshing it is now in 2024 to see brands release in their own region first? Because for a time there, even European brands were releasing in US first, and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, you're a French brand. Can you, like, it's okay if you release in France first. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna blame you for that. And if you want to release worldwide at the same time, that's totally fine too. But like, there was a time there when European brands were launching in the US first, and I'm like, I mean, I guess like it's a business move, but this makes so much more sense to me. I will not be picking this one up because it is, as I can see here, a matte formula, and that's just not what I go for. And if I have a matte blush that I love, I will just be mixing it, and I will always, like, when I'm not filming, that's when you know what my real favorites are, because that's when I reach for stuff that I'm not reviewing it, I'm just wearing it because I like it. You will not see me traveling with a matte blush. I will not be caught dead with a matte blush outside of YouTube. Like, no. I'm not doing that. It's not my thing. I love that for others, not for me. So I don't think that this will be something that I will be looking into. This is a new product from Supergoop, and they are releasing, I think this is their first makeup product. No, wait, they had some colored SPF lip balms, right? With some color? I feel like they had that last summer, right? This is the Protect Tint Daily SPF Tint. So this is an SPF with a tint to it. What you're seeing here is not all the shades. They have 14 shades. It is $44 each. It seems like it's a good like range for just looking at the shades, what they're called. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deep, 3 medium, 4 light, and 2 fair. To me, that seems like a good, depending if they actually live up to that or not. But this is a blendable skin tint that was created to leave skin looking immediately smooth and even while delivering SPF 50. I don't know if I need another product like this. And I also, like, if you saw, and if you didn't see my video from Wednesday, maybe you should. I was trying out that new Kosas BB thing. That wore like a stick of butter. A stick of butter that weirdly enough created dry patches on my skin that I don't even have. It clung to things. It just looked rough. It looked rough. It was not it. So I know myself though. Like, I am a combo oily girly. This probably will not look good on me because all of these like fresh wear things, sometimes they just like, again, they look like I just rubbed a stick of butter on my face, and I don't know if I want that. But I also will say I tried was it Physician Formula had a tinted SPF last year? Was that last year? That is great. That I have traveled with. It's beautiful. I really like it. It's a super sheer coverage, but it looks beautiful. So I'm like, should I not? Should I take one for the team? Light buildable coverage, natural finish. It says natural finish. And I will say Supergoop sunscreens, they're my favorite. They're my husband's favorite. When we travel, like when we have traveled to like any sunny location, he always, when we're packing, he's like, you're bringing that sunscreen, right? The one I like with the yellow cap. He likes it too. So maybe this is good. Should I take, do you want it? Like, are you interested? Should I take one for the team? I could take one for the team. I need little to no convincing. Let's talk about Pat McGrath that's just out here trolling the entire internet. This is the new Mothership. Where are we at? 8? Is that an 8? I've been taught Roman letters, but it's been some years since I was in like primary school. But this is the Divine Rose 2 Heart's Desire edition. Again, she's doing this bright red and blue cover, and this is the most pedestrian. How can Pat McGrath create iconic, groundbreaking, revolutionary, like industry-moving, breaking makeup looks for the catwalks, and then her brand is releasing this? You cannot convince me at this point that these are made by the same person. There is no way that the person who created this industry-moving makeup look for Maison Margiela is also same season releasing this. Never. 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 And I fished this out of the trash. This is how much I like you. I fished this out of the trash. I got this from Ulta, and I was like, oh, here it is. The new palette. But no, this is something else. This is another pink and neutral and gold palette. This is the Sunlit Seduction. I guess this was the old one. So this is now at Ulta, and she's announcing this. And don't forget that Utopia palette that had this listen, Pat, I see you, exact same multichrome. This is, and I'm telling you to be nice, this is the easiest multichrome to get a hand on. The red to gold to green, listen, everyone's done it. I swear, even like every drugstore brand at this point has done it. And now you've done it twice. You have done the exact same multichrome in 2 palettes that overall have the same color scheme. Just one of them have a purple in them. Like, make it make sense. I am sure the quality is great. I am sure that the packaging is beautiful. I am sure that, like, all of this, the ingredients are great, but nobody cares. You've already released this. And not that you've, like, at this point, you're worse than Colourpop. Because not only have you already released this, you have released this the past 5-6 seasons. Like, are we okay? You cannot convince me that Pat McGrath spent 2 seconds doing this, that she had anything to do with this. That she was even like, is Pat McGrath with us in this room? I would argue no. She was not present. She left the chat years ago. I just do not understand what's going on. And the things I would do to be able to see statistics from this brand. The things I would do to see the analytics, how this is selling. Because I feel like for years now, we've been saying, oh, but she's just making more of what sells. Is she? Is she? Because at this point, how can you possibly sell this palette again for what, 125, 129, 100, and she upped the prices? Ma'am, you're releasing the same palette for the 4th year in a row, and you have the audacity to up the prices to $150 US. At this point, I would not pay 150 Monopoly dollars for this. I am baffled, mystified, shooketh to my core. I just do not understand. I just do not understand. And the description is 10 shades with creamy mattes, multi-metallics, sparkly glitters with a unique shade shifting chromatic. How dare you call this unique when you yourself released this year ago? I literally, I cannot. I've heard that this brand apparently is moving out of some Sephora stores, that they're seeing it at like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, stuff like that. I will say seeing a brand at TJ Maxx doesn't necessarily mean the brand is doing bad. It does not mean that. It could mean so many different things. It could mean so many different things. It does not need to be that the brand is doing bad. It could be. And in many cases, it is a case of the brand doing bad. I will say, if you see a lot of products from a brand at TJ Maxx, a wider range of products, that could mean that the brand is doing bad. If you see one thing from a brand and you just see a bulk of that, it could just mean that this specific release didn't sell as intended and they just needed to offload some of that. I also do know some brands myself that have said that sometimes when they're discontinuing a product, they'd rather sell it to TJ Maxx than put it on sale at their website, which could also be something that's going on. Doesn't necessarily mean that the brand is doing bad. They're just, we want to open up shelf space for new products. We're discontinuing this line. Let's just sell it to TJ Maxx and not have to deal with doing like a sale ourselves. That could also be the reason why you see products at TJ Maxx. But I'm wondering. Okay, let's leave that. Again, are we okay? Actually, let's talk about one more things from Pat McGrath. And they're doing a collab with Marc Jacobs. And I was under the impression, I mean, we all knew this, like Marc Jacobs were doing, like they were making a comeback, but now they're doing a lip together. And this is the MatteTrance Lipstick Marc Jacobs edition. I have no idea if this is a new product or not, but it is just a red. So I'm guessing that this could be the, what is it called? She has a red shade that she always has. Like when she's having a red color in a limited edition collection, it's always that one. It's called something specific. Now I can't remember what, but make sure if you are interested in this one, the case is beautiful. Like this, the mix between Marc Jacobs and Pat McGrath is chef's kiss. The pattern with the lip, it's absolutely stunning, but make sure that you are getting, limited edition of Forbidden Love. This is not, what's it called, the one? I don't know. This is not the red I was thinking about, but it is not a new shade. It is the shade Forbidden Love. So make sure you don't already own the shade before you get it. But I will say, this I like. I just kind of wish it was a new shade. But hey, what do I know? Let's also talk about the new release from Huda Beauty. This had me going... because she's releasing her 9-pan palettes with the formula that I didn't really like from her old 9-pan palettes, but I will say I learned to work a bit with it. So for me, this is the creamy palette, and it has more of those creamy formulas that I didn't love. So I wore those over a primer, they creased. I wore them without a primer, and without setting them, they creased. And then I wore them with setting them with like a powder over. Is that how I did it? And then they didn't crease. So I feel like now that I know how to work with it, I can be a little bit more intrigued by this release, because the creamy formula in texture and how it feels, it almost feels like it's going to be like the Natasha Denona one. But on me, the Natasha Denona one never creases. It is beautiful. I can even put the Natasha Denona cream formula on top of powders, and it doesn't like melted away. It doesn't look weird. And then I can even sandwich in between. I can put a primer, I can put powder, I can put the cream shadow, I can put powder again to deepen it up. It is truly a versatile, fantastic formula according to me. I thought this was going to be the same, but this one is a little bit more hot-tempered. It does not work the exact same way. Let me tell you that. I've learned that firsthand experience. So I think that, like, am I intrigued? Yes and no. But this has 4 different types of innovative shadows and formulas, and that is something I love. Oh my god, it's itching. Itching. And I do love that. It is a neutral brown and a grayish. And I'm like... Oh, it is on the Huda Beauty website. $32 each. Are we intrigued? Do we want this? Do we want to try it? I mean, the colors are boring, but like, I like reviewing Huda Beauty. I like usually what she does, but I'm like, do I need this? I would argue no. Glossier is coming out with something that I'm like, will I like this? Will I hate this? I don't love the packaging though, but they are coming out with the Glossier Cloud Paint Bronzers. I am surprised they're doing this now. So this is how I feel. I think that they should have released this years ago when the cloud paints were more popular, because I feel like now the cloud paints have been like overshadowed by like the Rare Beauty blushes instead that have a easier application method. The tubes, the metal tubes, you always get too much. It's impossible to not overdo it with their blush. It's very pigmented. You need the smallest amount, and that dispenser is just not the best for a pigmented formula. I think we can all agree on that. So I'm surprised they're doing it now when people have realized that there are so many easier ways of working with cream products. Either the poof, I mean, even the poof is easier. The poof or the doe foot applicator, or honestly, a pump, anything other than the metal tube. So them to do like a bronzer now in the metal tube, I don't know how that is gonna go, if I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you. It says 4 shades here, but I'm pretty sure it's 5 shades. It says 4 shades here, but I feel like I'm seeing 5 shades, but maybe one is from before. Maybe it's like they had one from before and there's like 4 shades coming. That I actually don't know. They're $22 each. I think they're already available. I will link them down below. Am I intrigued in trying this one? Honestly, no. That might change. Are you very intrigued in seeing me trying? Because again, I am here to be a help. And this video for me, like the videos that I do every Friday, it's not... Okay, let's be honest. This is the most fun video I have to film. I love sitting down talking about new makeup. I love discussing it. I love gossiping about it. I love just sharing my thoughts. But it's also a way for me to like feel the temperature. What are the things you're the most interested in? And sometimes I get 20 comments of people saying like, no, please review that. And then I do. So it's also a way for me to know. So right now, I'm not myself super intrigued by this, but also like, I'd rather have me like spend my money, and if it's awful, then you don't have to spend your money, than the other way around. So let me know how you think. I know that a lot of people have asked me about Simply Posh Cosmetics, and they have had a lot of things discontinued on their website, and it's because they were going through some reformulations. They had a really good formula, but I know especially for this palette that is being restocked. When are they saying? They will be opening a pre-order sometime next month for Citrus Punch. This is one of the best color stories of 2023. Even though the formula wasn't perfect, it still ranked really high in my rankings last year because the color story is just beautiful. Some of the shadows were just a little bit too hard pressed. The last 2 palettes that they released, the formula has been beautiful. So I'm so excited to see them rework this one with that new, and it's still the same formula, it's just easier to pick up, smoother. It's something about it is just better. So I'm so excited because I love this color story. I cannot wait for more people to get their hands on it. So if you have been waiting for this one, this is good news because this is a great color story for spring. Oh, love it. Oh my god, we have to talk about Odins Eye. Last week I said like, oh my god, I'm having a bonus video. Of course it was the Odins Eye release. I knew that they were gonna be like revealing and releasing a collection. And they are doing a round 2 with Judy, Tina from the Fancy Face, and Annette's Makeup Corner. And I am so excited to see like more collabs, to see more fun palettes. Of course, I would like them to collab with new people as well, but I don't mind them going back and like revisiting some of the people that they have been collabing with before as well. Usually Odins Eye has like 3 to 4 releases a year, so I'm sure they have one around summer as well, and during Easter they usually do their mystery boxes. I'm excited about this one. I did do a full video on this. It is 3 different palettes, and every collaborator had 3 lippies as well, and I did do swatches of all of that. I did looks, everything. If you want to see that in the video, this collection is live right now, and usually I have a code with Odins Eye, but per usual it is not applicable on like collab items. But if you add anything else to your basket, you can get 10% off with my code. My collab still has some items left in stock as well, in case you were interested in that one, or maybe you discovered like me or Odins Eye like this year. That could be something to check out as well. I do have a full playlist with Odins Eye, and that's also like linked in that video that I'm doing about this collab. Very excited about it. Something else that got announced, and I initially had this in my new makeup releases, and that is the new collection from Fantasy Cosmetica. It is the Wizard collection. So this is the palette with swatches that I have done, and I had that in my new makeup releases, but then the owner said that she was gonna reveal the collection later that day, so I re-edited the video and I cut it out, and that was also what I was wearing last week, because I didn't want to wait that long to put up my new makeup releases. And of course I am not going to be showing a brand's collection if they haven't already, so I cut that out. But we're talking about this time. It is available, right? February 16th. Yes, it is launching today as you're seeing this. I don't know if it's launched as you're seeing this, but it's launching today on the 16th. And again, you can use the code and get some money off. It is this palette. There is also a highlighter palette. My dogs are sighing so dramatically. And there's also a fragrance in this collection. And the fragrance a little bit more masculine, almost cologne. It is citrus and grass, and I love grass. I think it's a really nice fragrance, but just keep in mind, if you don't like masculine, typical like cologne scents, you might not like it because it is leaning a little bit more on that side. But if you love scents like that, like me, for example, this might be a really good one for you. So do check this one out if you are interested. I also did have a reel where I was doing a look with this and the highlighter, and I will leave that down below as well in case you want to get some inspo, and in case you want to see how I did the look from last week, because that's the look I'm doing. More indie releases, and this is a sneak peek from Adept Cosmetics. This is called Cyborg Choir. And I mean, look at this. This is an ombre pastel, and I have been so into pastels. I saw this and I was like, yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 absolutely yes. This is coming in spring. Yes. I know that Adept Cosmetics is a little bit more of a shimmer heavy brand. I don't mind getting I don't mind a palette that's shimmer heavy. I just don't want it to be too much shimmer. The last palette I had 4 mattes, but the palette they had before that, the one that I bought, the Alien one, had a full row of mattes. I would like it to be at least a full row of mattes. If I can get a full row of pastel mattes from Adept with pastel shimmers, yeah, I would buy that. I think it looks really cute. I'm excited about this one. I will let you know more once we know more, but I will say Adept usually, like, okay, let me rephrase. Before, they would like hint things 6 months ahead, which I think is way too long. Now they're saying this spring, which, let's be honest, we're approaching the end of February. I know, crazy bananas. So spring is upon us. A lot of spring releases happen in March, if we're going to be honest. So I'm guessing that this is releasing March. That's what I'm thinking. And that's okay. Like, yeah. Why don't you hint a little bit about a launch that you're going to have? That's totally fine for me. Personally, I prefer a brand not hinting about a launch absolutely no more than 2 weeks ahead. That's my personal preference. Let me know yours. What is your personal preference about hinting for a release? I like either hinting just a day or two before. That's probably my favorite. Just hinting a day or two before, and then just revealing it and then releasing it like a week or a couple of days later. That's my favorite. I love that. But I also love the excitement of it. But I do know that some people, they want some more time to plan ahead. But that doesn't always work with brands and like shipping and stuff, because sometimes you don't know until you actually have the things in the warehouse, and when you have the things in the warehouse, you better be selling them. We have a drugstore release from J.Cat Beauty, which is a brand we don't talk about a lot, but I thought this was really cute. This is a 2-in-1 piece of cake blush and highlight. highlighter. So this is a matte blush, but this is one of those compacts that has 2 lids. So you open the first one, there is like a highlighter, and you open the second one, there's a blush. So at least this one is a matte blush, but it comes with a shimmer, so that I can do. I think this is really, really cute. And with the little J.Cat cat on it, that's cute. I like this. 2 different formulas in one. It is $8.99. It's on the Ulta website. I will link it down below. I think it's cute. It's only 3 shades, which is like, okay, but still, I like it. It's cute. Let me know, do you like J.Cat Beauty? I don't think I've tried a single thing from them. This has me very confused. There is a new mascara from REFY. I've never tried REFY. This looks like a Venus flytrap. This mascara looks like it is about to drag me into the upside down. Remember the... laughing at my own jokes. Typical not funny person. Do you remember that weird mascara that Urban Decay had and I said it looked like an angry... I feel like this is halfway there. I don't know how I feel about this, but I also am like a little bit intrigued. I do love a plastic wand. It's supposed to create a sculpted, lifted, lengthened lash for all day. Unique, yeah, this is unique. Pat McGrath, take notes, this is unique. It's coming February 21st on Sephora and their website. I could be persuaded. This looks fun. I actually used up 2 mascaras this week. Apparently I had 2 mascaras that were almost done and I finished both of them this week. What do you think about this one? Do you look at this and you're like, ooh? Or do you look at this and you're like, ooh? I am still on the fence about this one. I don't talk about this a lot, but this is from Mooncat Polish and I love Mooncat polishes. I forgot to mention in the other video, but I am wearing, and I shipped some off, but like I am wearing the Prickly Pear, which is a beautiful polish from Mooncat, and I love Mooncat polishes. And this is the Seasons of Persphone, and it is available now, and I like it. I like it a lot, but I think what I need to do is that I need to bring the polishes that I have to the computer and I need to look through the ones I have and make sure I'm not buying something that's too similar to what I already have. But I like these shades, especially for spring. And now that I'm like not doing any, like I'm not going to a salon getting my nails done, I could be persuaded. And also their top coat. I'm not wearing a top coat on this one because it is a matte polish, but I'm thinking I might buy the matte top coat from them because the shiny top coat that I had from them, I painted my nails and it lasted a week without shipping, which is unheard of for me. And now that I'm not wearing the top coat, it's not lasting as good. So I kind of want to get the matte top coat and see if that is as good. But if you're looking for a good top coat, their top coat, the fast drying one, it is so good. It is the best by far fast drying top coat I've ever tried. We have a little sneak peek from Lys Cosmetics. Lys Cosmetics is coming out with some new things. I actually happen to know what it is because they did message me and ask me if I wanted this in PR, and I said yes, because now that I've seen all of it, I can tell you it's very impressive. They are revealing this on Sunday, so if you're interested in seeing what this is, they're going to be revealing it on Sunday. I think it looks beautiful. Already from this picture here, you can tell that this is like a single shadow that's very sparkly. I think a lot of people will be very excited about this one, and I will for sure be doing something on it, probably on short form. And if it's under a minute, I'll be able to put it on YouTube as well. YouTube have weird rules about shorts. I don't know why. It's like all these platforms, they want to be competing with each other, and then they make up these weird rules that makes it really hard to, like, I don't know. It's weird. Can we talk about this new Disco Eye and Face Crush by Too Faced? It is a new release from what they're calling a Fantasy Factory line, and it is limited edition, and it is $30, and you can get it at Too Faced. It is, I don't know. This is a new program that they're doing with extremely limited edition, small batch releases of never before seen products. I guess it's a glitter shadow in one shade. I will say, way long ago, Too Faced released a glitter palette. And it was not pressed glitters, it was just very sparkly eyeshadows. And it was amazing. Amazing, but nobody was interested in that at that time, and that formula that they had in that palette at that time was the kind of formula that you see in really sparkly topper metallic shades from indie brands now. Like, the formula was truly amazing, but they were way ahead of their time at that point, and nobody was interested in that release, which is crazy now that we see that if they had just re-released that palette, I honestly think it would do great. And I'm so surprised they haven't. Maybe they're not, I don't know why. Listen, Too Faced, if you're seeing this, that palette, the glitter, it just had glitter on the front. It was a black palette and it just said glitter. Absolutely fluffing amazing. Amazing palette. I regret decluttering that palette. But nobody was interested in it. I don't know why. Maybe they should have done better PR. I have no idea. But if they were to re-release something like that today, I truly think they could have a hit on their hands. So if this is that formula, now I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I talking myself into makeup? Like I need to buy new makeup. But I'm slightly intrigued. Nabla is releasing another quad. This is the Forget Me Not quad. And it is unfortunately 1 matte, 1 shimmer, and 2 of their pressed glitters. I don't want pressed glitters. I want sparkly eyeshadows, but I don't want the pressed glitters. And the main reason is I don't like how they feel on my eye. Now that I've gotten older, I do have this hood here in the inner part. And when I wear glittery shadows, I can feel them. And I don't want that. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I don't want to feel my makeup. I don't want to feel like I'm having small daggers just poking my eyelid. So no. I will not be doing that. I don't know if they're sending this to me in PR or not. I still have not. I'm a mess. There are so many things that I would like to film. And 2021 Angie would have already filmed it. 2024 Angie is being like, take a deep breather. You don't need to do it all. You'll get to it in time. So trust me, it's still in the back of my head. I just wish, because Nabla makes amazing purple eyeshadows, I just wished it wasn't 2 glitter shadows. Maybe that's super popular in Italy. What do I know? I know for myself I don't want it. NARS is releasing some new colors in their Afterglow sensual shine. Wow. Lipsticks, and they look nice. They look really nice. I love a warm light beige. So I could be convinced about that light peachy beige. I feel like NARS is one of those brands that I just haven't really dove into at all. Like I know close to nothing about the brand, and these look nice. Have you tried this formula? What do you think about it? I actually really like how that light peach looks, and I feel like that could be cute with like a slightly darker lip liner. Look at me saying that like, I don't like ombre lips, and now I've been like, I'm not against it. Cali Ray is releasing an under eye color corrector and concealer. I think that this only comes in a couple of shades, and for being a corrector, I guess that is good, but I wish they wouldn't have called it a color corrector concealer. I do like the packaging. The packaging is actually very Gucci. The pistachio green, the little rough, like this feels like packaging that Gucci could have made. I don't think that I am looking for something like this, but I like the packaging. I wish they would have just called it a color corrector, because coming up with the color corrector in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shades, actually pretty good. Coming up with the concealer in 8 shades, maybe not so much. Cali Ray is actually a brand, it's at Sephora, and it is owned and started by the original founder of Urban Decay. It's like a surf and sun inspired kind of a brand because she loves surfing. So I don't know about this one. I have not tried anything from the brand, but I wanted to let you know that it's, I guess, either available or coming soon. Revealed February 20th, so coming soon. I heard a lot of raving from Ellis Brooklyn of the new body mists, and they are coming out in travel sprays. See, this I could be intrigued by. I love fragrances. Love them with a burning passion. My husband got me Wilhelm Parfumery Faces of Francis. Obsessed does not cover how absolutely like enamored I am with that fragrance. It is so beautiful and different. It is so good. I need to do like a current favorites or something, and that one is on top of the list. It's wonderful. It is juniper wood, or even like not even juniper wood, it's like juniper resin together with saffron and pistachio. So it is a gourmand scent, but it has an outdoorsy feel to it, almost like a crisp, cool morning. So it's like a gourmand scent on a hike. I'm here every night. Speaking of fragrances, that was not what we were going to talk about. This is the body mists are now at $35 in like a smaller size, and it is sand, Peaches, Sun, and Sea. And you know what? I am intrigued. I like Ellis Brooklyn a lot. I might pick one of these up. I just need to figure out which one. I also have decided for myself, I want to get Sunfruit. I love Ellis Brooklyn Sunfruit and I still haven't bought it, which is a crying shame. And I'm gonna buy that for myself for like spring season. Maybe next time Sephora has a sale, I'll buy myself Sunfruit because it smells lovely. Okay, let's end with talking about a brand that I haven't talked about before. And this is, I think it's Divrune. Divrune? I'm so sorry. Divrune, maybe. Gloomy Gardens palette. This is available now. This is an interesting color story, but I don't like the blue and the peach being next to each other. For me, that throws it off a little bit. So I think the blue row, I don't like the in there at all, but the other ones I like. And it's a little gray. The neutrals is like gray leaning, which is not my favorite, but this is an interesting brand for me to keep an eye on because even though this color story doesn't really appeal to me, I am always excited to see new brands on the scene and to see new indie brands. This one, they had a palette that came out some time ago and it was released and it was announced, and then it came out, or she announced later on, that it was the influencer M. Jones actually that was behind the brand. I do wish that she would have announced that when the brand was announced because transparency, but I'm always excited to see another indie brand and I'm always excited to see another creator brand. So I'm super excited to see what they do in the future. I have some friends that receive PR from them, so I'm always so thrilled to see the looks that they do. Let me know if you're intrigued in this brand. I am looking at their, as Hannah said, I'm watching their future progress with great interest. I hope that they release something that will be 100% up my alley, and I'm sure they will as well. So let me know what you think about this one. It is available now. I will link it down below. There is a bunch of discount codes floating around, so if you order from them, make sure that you use the code so you can get some money off. Ooh, this just got announced. I actually saw this on Sephora and I forgot to talk about it. I don't know if you remember, a long time ago, I did try the cream foundation stick from Basma Beauty. I didn't love it on me. Not that I hated it, it just wasn't perfect. I didn't love it on me. It wasn't the perfect foundation for me, but they are now releasing a cream blush in the same pink packaging and they have an orange. I've actually already put this on my Sephora wish list. Again, it's one of those things that I will definitely, like, I would love to try it out. I think the color range is really good. There's some poppy shade, there's some lighter shade. That orange looks really nice. It looks like a warmer orange. So I am intrigued to be trying this one out. I'm just not throwing myself at the website to try it right away. I'm just making sure to see. Ooh, there's also a sneak peek here from Patrick Beauty. It says something major. This looks like either new lip products or liquid shadows. Spring 24 collection drops, 19th of February. Are you interested in this? Is Patrick one of your favorite brands? Would love to hear your thoughts about that as well, because I think Patrick is a lot of people's favorite brand. Okay, let me double check so I didn't forget to talk about anything. Nothing here, nothing there. Okay, I think that's everything. Let me scooch back. So I hope you're having an absolutely amazing Friday. Don't forget to check back on my community tab for members if you are interested in joining in on the Zoom and you are a member tier 2 or tier 3 and you want to be joining in on the Zoom call. That's Saturday morning. I also will have, you know what, I'll put that in my community tab as well. I will be having a Zoom call for the people that are either going to the Italy trip together with me or the people that are interested in going on the Italy trip together with me. And I do have an Instagram group chat going on about that. And I will put another prompt on my community tab in case you are interested to be added to that group. I will do another one and you need to leave your Instagram handle there so that I can add you to the group. Again, thank you so much to Thrive Market for sponsoring the beginning part of this video. I have been so excited about those snacks because me and my husband have been eating them. Yesterday we had those crackers together with cheese, top notch. I had one of the matcha lattes yesterday as well, absolutely beautiful. I need to buy more of those. So thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Also check out their information down in the description box and in the pinned comment. And yeah, I hope you're having an amazing Friday and I will see you soon again in a new video. And bye.